Hey, we are two Star Wars nerds, and we are back with Saturday morning cartoons, and we're going to talk about the Zillo Beast arc here. This is pretty interesting. The way we had it listed, it was a 3-episode arc from season 2, but we just took out the first episode in this Reddit post of an arc because it didn't really make sense why it was in the arc, to be honest. So we're just looking at the 2 episodes in particular about the Zillo Beast, and I think it's called the Zillo Beast Strikes Back. These are the 2. So even basically the way things work is you have, really simply, there's this whole story wrapped around the Zillo Beast where basically there's this war on this planet, this battle taking place, and an EMP is released and it awakens a Zillo Beast, and then there's this whole thing about, it's this ancient prophecy, and the natives want to kill it, but the Republic wants a treaty with the Zillo, or with politics, the natives, baby. And so they're like, but we just kill the Zillo Beast on their side, and the Jedi are like, it's not their way. And there's a lot of really cool one-liners kind of about Mace and Anakin and all this. And basically they kind of knock it out, bring it back to Coruscant, basically to study out how to use its armor. It's kind of like plating.
Yeah, what are the scales?
Yeah, it's scales. It's impenetrable, and they want to use it for basically the clone troopers. And so and that's pretty much what happens. So, you see all this crazy stuff, really cool monster action, but why don't you share some stuff? And
while we were watching the Zillo Beast, just between the 2 episodes, I just kept thinking he's terrifyingly cute.
That's weird.
I know, but he's scary. They did a really good job of making him scary, but then when you even the close up on his eyes, it just really humanizes him, and I'm like, oh, he's actually really cute. And what I love, I think, most about this arc is he hates Palpatine. He's very smart, and he knows, and he's in the second episode of this arc, he's going after him, going to find him, going through Coruscant, tearing things down. And I'm like, yeah, he's smart, he has feelings, and I don't think the Zillo Beast is a terrible monster. I think he wants revenge on Palpatine, and I think they shouldn't have listened to Palpatine, and he should have just went to his own space and lived happily ever after and continued his species, but that's wasn't in Palpatine's plan. So Palpatine gets what he wants. If you've watched Star Wars, that's how it goes.
But and I think the Zillo Beast was just pissed. He was so mad.
Yes, was not not about Palpatine at all. Which I wouldn't be either. He understood what he was saying. This guy's try to kill him. He's like, I know what you're saying.
You see it in the eyes.
Yeah.
It's I'm gonna get you.
I think that Zillo Beast is terrifyingly cute, and I thought it was cool, even though I'm not a big Palpatine fan. I thought, obviously they couldn't kill him, but I thought it was cool how R2 saved him, how R2 goes and he gets on him and then flies away. I thought that was cool, but more so because of R2, because R2's cool. And I think it's really cool, in this scene on the screen right now with the Jedis fighting on the Zillo Beast, and just that action. This was definitely an action-packed arc, and I really did enjoy that. I was wondering, though, maybe they said it and I missed it. Where was Ahsoka?
No, I don't think. I would have to rewatch it. I don't think they say anything. So the reason you're asking that question, though, is because at the beginning of the arc, it's very, very loosely tied in. We're going to start cutting out the loose ones. But then there's a lot of standalone episodes. Right. And so I see why they connect them. But yeah, she's not in the arc.
Right.
But for me, I think there's 2 things in particular that really stand out. The first would be when in the first episode, the Zillo Beast, when Mace is like, no, it's not the Jedi way. We can't kill an innocent creature. And then Anakin is like, hey, well, remember what the Chancellor says. And I thought that was a really good line of dialogue in this back and forth, because Anakin's like, hey, it's for the sake of the Republic and for the sake of a peace treaty. So just kill it.
Manipulative.
Like it doesn't really matter, right? And Mace is like, it's not the Jedi way. So you're seeing the Chancellor's influence. The fact that you have a Jedi saying, what about the Chancellor?
Right.
It should be like, forget the Chancellor. Like, he has no say in what the Jedi do.
Right.
But you see the corruption of the Jedi and the influence of Chancellor Palpatine.
And Palps, like I said, always gets what he wants.
Yeah, so I liked that. From a dialogue standpoint, that was really good. Especially in Clone Wars, for me, there's like pockets like that where the dialogue is really solid. I think in terms of the whole arc, I thought it was a lot of fun, a lot of action. It's not like the most story driven, arc, but that's okay. What I liked, though, I think most was it was a really good cross section of kind of like what the Clone Wars represented. And granted, it is like a monster of the week kind of episode, or like freak of the week, Smallville era, kind of episode. But you have like a full-on battle going on in the Clone Wars,
right.
And then you have the politics of peace treaties, and you have the influence of the Senate and the Chancellor, and it's like you just have all of this politics around like this creature, and the implications that it has of killing it. But then you also have the actions, and you have the clones, and you have the colors and the vibrancy, and you have this like, hey, remember, it's still Star Wars. There's still this massive, frightening creature. Don't forget that. And so I liked that, because it's like you had all sorts of stuff in here. I felt like, even though not a ton happens progressing the story, I feel like this is a good example of like, this is kind of like what Clone Wars is trying to catch and represent.
I think my rating.
Yeah.
Do you want to do ratings?
We should do ratings.
Were you done yet?
Nah, I could blabber on forever. No, yeah. Say your ratings.
I think my rating for the Zillo Beast arc is a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
We're in agreement.
I'm gonna give it I'll give it a 6.5.
Oh, you rated higher than me. See, I didn't like that they killed the Zillo Beast at the end. I wasn't about that, because he's cute.
Yeah, I see that. But yeah, I'll give it a 6.5, just because I did enjoy the action quite a bit. I thought there were some cool things in here that made it worthwhile. But it's I wouldn't skip it, but I might be on my phone while I rewatch it. That's kind of how it feels to me. So let us know in the comments down below what you think of the Zillo Beast arc. In particular, maybe answer this question: are you a fan of massive monsters like this in Star Wars, or do you kind of like more traditionally what you see in the movies? Because in the show you do get a little bit of a different direction here. It's interesting. But with that, we are two Star Wars nerds, and may the Force be with you always.